by Capital Lighting and our vendor partner, Christorama Lighting. Christorama and Capital Lighting have been doing business for decades. A great family business on Christorama, and we're thrilled that we're able to do this webinar together for you. For those of you who have attended one of our webinars before, you'll know that all your phones are automatically on mute, so we can't hear you. Don't worry about whatever's going on in the background. But we do want this to be as interactive as possible. You do have a question tab on the dock that should have showed up when the webinar began, and there is a box there for questions, so please feel free to ask me a question, and I'll be moderating the presentation, and if I feel it's an opportune time to break in and ask your question, I'll do it right then, or perhaps I'll wait till the end of the presentation or ask it at the time that I feel is most appropriate, but we will try to get to all the questions, and we will hopefully have some time at the end as well. Just a couple of announcements. If you're joining us today and you're a registered pro with Capital Lighting and 1-800-LightingPro.com, you'll know about all the benefits that we offer to the design and trade community, from the industry's best tiered pricing structure to our free online directory that we call Expert Finder. And details of this and all the programs that we offer will be emailed to you either today or tomorrow with the full recording of today's presentation. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and to all our friends and family up in the Northeast, we hope you're recovering as well as possible from Superstorm Sandy. Capital Lighting did also get some damage, which we are still in the process of cleaning up. So we feel your pain, and I hope everybody's doing as well as possible up there. And we're looking forward to a great holiday season, and I hope all of you are very busy, both personally and professionally. And here's a couple of people that I'm going to introduce that I'm very thankful for. Our presenters today from Big Couch Media Group. Big Couch has worked with Capital for the past few years, and our presenters today are Georgianne Brown, founder and managing partner of Big Couch, and Michelle Carroll, who is a social media guru, and I do not use that term loosely. So, Georgie, please take it away. I'm going to share your screen right now. Okay. You ready to take it, George?
And you see my screen? Are we good?
We see your screen.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Eric, and good morning, everybody. I'm thrilled to be here this morning. I was hoping I wasn't going to be here this morning because I would have won the Powerball, but that didn't really work out. But so I guess second best is I'm here this morning to talk about Instagram. And for those of you who have joined us before, our goal today is really to provide you a general overview of Instagram, and more importantly, how you can start using it as part of your social media marketing efforts. And as Eric mentioned, I have the wonderful Michelle Carroll with me to answer questions and also be part of the presentation.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Michelle.
So today we're going to help answer the following questions on Instagram. First, we'll answer the question, why is this important to you? Then we'll review what is Instagram. We'll then share some of the brands that are currently leveraging Instagram. We'll show you how to get started, provide some tips on best practices, and then we'll share an Instagram makeover for our wonderful sponsor, Christorama, and of course, we'll leave time for questions and answers. But first, I would personally like to thank our sponsor and partner, Christorama, for supporting this webinar. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. And they really are an important partner to Capital Lighting, and they absolutely have a fabulous product line. So thanks, Christorama. So even if you're not currently using Instagram, I'm sure you have friends who are using it. Or for some of us, our kids are obsessed with it. Instagram is one of the fastest growing social media networks and is widely used by many of the top brands. Also, I'm sure many of you heard the news earlier this year that Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. There must be something there.
Talk about winning the lottery.
Right, right. So before we get started, we'd like to take a quick poll. So Eric, take it away.
All right. Just a few quick questions that we'd like to get a sense of where all of our attendees are. And it's a simple one. Are you currently using Instagram? So if you could please just select yes or no on your screen. It should take one or two of the answers. Okay, just about everybody's voted. We're up to 75% voted. And okay, this is very interesting, Georgie. I'm going to close the poll and share the results. That's very interesting. So everyone in attendance, not one person is using Instagram.
Wow.
Okay. Well, my next question I may just skip, but I feel like we just have to show it. Nobody has to answer here, but the next question is, if yes, are you currently using Instagram to market your business? I'm going to close that poll because I think I know the answer is going to be no responses. So I'm going to go to 3, which hopefully, if you are not using Instagram, which is everyone on this webinar, have you ever uploaded pictures to Facebook or Twitter? Do you have any experience in uploading images either through your phone or at your desktop, just uploading pictures to Facebook or Twitter or I guess any social media, but those are the two biggies. Okay, 85% have voted, 89%. Give it another second. And voting is closed. I'm going to share that. Just about 2/3 of the people have, well that's good, have uploaded pictures to a social media site. So you have experience selecting a photo and hitting upload or share or whatever the medium calls for. Great. And that got one last question. If you could let us know how many photos are uploaded to Instagram each day. Is it 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, or 5 million images each day? Another couple of seconds. And I'm going to close the voting. And let's see where our people say. Okay, we got, nobody said 1 million. They knew that was too low. A few people said 2. A few more said 3. And the lion's share, 62% said 5 million. And Michelle, what is the answer to that question? Or Georgie?
Yes, it's 5 million. A whopping 5 million photos are actually uploaded to Instagram each day.
And that's today. So, you know, in 2 months' time, it'll probably be 7 million. It is really crazy growth. Okay, back to you, Georgie.
Okay, so why is Instagram important, specifically for the design community? First, you can reach and market to millions of people. There are 100 million users on Instagram, and just hearing the numbers of photos that are uploaded, you could see how it really is exploding. Second, it's visually oriented, and for those of you who attended the Pinterest webinar, again, that's a visually oriented social network. So Instagram is another complement, specifically if you're in the design business and you rely on showing potential prospects the visual quality of your work, you need to get on Instagram. Third, Instagram integrates with your other social media. So if you're already using Facebook and Twitter, Instagram is a great and engaging way to complement what you're already doing. And lastly, it's free. It's free marketing. We're always looking for free marketing.
And I'll just jump in for a second. If you did happen to miss either the Pinterest or the Facebook webinar that we did, they are up on Capital Lighting's YouTube channel for full viewing. You can watch the whole thing. They're about 45 minutes each. So good stuff there as well.
So what is Instagram? Instagram is a mobile photo sharing app, but more importantly, it's also a social network. It's like Twitter with followers, only instead of real-time text updates, you provide photo updates. The app enables you to edit the photos you take with your phone by adding some pretty cool filters and layers that can kind of imitate a more sophisticated camera. And although the filters are pretty basic, so for those of you who are into photography, with filters, it's not to that degree, although in a future webinar we can talk about other apps that can be integrated into Instagram to even enhance some of that customization further. But today we're really going to be talking about the basics. So who's using Instagram? It's equal men and women, and according to some recent research, 12% of all Internet users are using Instagram. Certainly not representative of our webinar attendees today. I will have to say the current demographic skews to younger adults. However, as we've seen with other social channels, this will change, and it still represents a huge audience of millions of people you could be reaching for free. The engagement on Instagram is staggering. At over 100 million users, 1 billion photos have been uploaded, 5 million pictures are shared per day. That's 575 likes per second, 81 comments per second. Instagram has become the fastest growing social media network and is even beating out Twitter with more mobile users, and this is from the month of August of this year. So it is exploding. And while Facebook and Twitter for brands are close to 100% adoption, meaning brands that are using those channels for marketing, the emerging social networks are gaining a lot of traction, with Instagram outpacing the growth adoption this past quarter. And remember, Instagram was just around last year. So, it's a really great opportunity for everybody who's on this webinar today to really sort of get in on it early and start playing around with it. So now let's learn a little bit about the Instagram lingo. First, a hashtag. A hashtag on Instagram or on Twitter is the symbol before a word or series of words. The purpose of the hashtag is to categorize the images and make them searchable for users. So, liking and commenting on Instagram works the same as, let's say, Facebook, where these interactions will show up in the other user's stream, as well as the follow, which again works like Facebook, or really more like Twitter, when you're following someone on Twitter. Instagram has some pretty cool features. So some of these features include filters. You use these features to customize your photos. That's what makes Instagram unique to just uploading your photos from your phone to Facebook, because you can actually customize them. Search, you can search for people to follow either using the profile tab or the star icon. The sharing, this is part of what makes Instagram unique, as it allows you to easily share across all your social media channels. So very different, Instagram is really a complement to your social media strategy. And the feature that I think is pretty cool is the photo mapping, which is fairly new. And this allows you to map your photos on an interactive map. So this would be pretty cool for something like a vacation, something like that. In the last few weeks, Instagram actually introduced web profiles. The features include recently shared photos, your bio or description, and you can also like, follow, and comment directly from Instagram on the web profile, so you don't have to do it on the app. And the new web profiles, I believe, will greatly expand the usage and adoption of Instagram. It's really closing the loop.
So the Georgie, the web profile is it's called the web profile because you're using it at a desktop?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the web. It's not in the app.
It's on the web. It's not in the app, and it's
right.
But you're the same. It's the same sign in. It's all the same information. You're just able to manipulate the pictures at your desktop as well as on your smartphone.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Great.
As discussed earlier, most of the major brands are embracing Instagram as part of their overall social media strategy. Consumer brands such as Nike already have over 500,000 followers, and MTV, obviously with the younger young adult demographic, they have over 1 million followers. But we're also seeing major design brands starting to what we call see the big picture, such as HGTV and Elle Decor, with already thousands of followers. And we're also seeing some great news with designers just like you jumping on board and building followers. So now let's get started. It's really easy. That's the great thing about Instagram. So first, you can download the free app either from the iTunes Store or from Google Play, the Android marketplace. Once installed, you just simply follow the instructions to sign up and create your account. I mean, I can even do this, which, you know, I'm not that technically savvy, believe it or not. You then complete your profile, and you can do this either on the app or you can complete your profile on the web, as you know, Eric was asking that question a little bit earlier. Also, as mentioned earlier, Instagram is really an integral part of your social media. So during the setup process, make sure you link your other social media. Linking your other social media allows you to significantly increase your overall engagement and success on Instagram. So let's start taking photos. To get photos into Instagram, click on the camera or share button. You can then either import photos from your gallery on your phone or take a new photo. So this is very similar to it sounds like most of you have been uploading photos to Facebook. It works similar. It says, do you want to pick a photo from your gallery or do you want to take a new photo? By default, Instagram will use your phone's camera, but you can also use Instagram's advanced camera. The advanced camera allows you to take photos without leaving the Instagram app and automatically crops the image to fit the Instagram format, which lets you kind of skip the cropping step if you're using the native camera in your on your phone. So you can enable the advanced camera through your profile on Instagram. This is going to be part of the setup process. But keep in mind, and I've read on several forums, the advanced camera does not work on all phones. I've seen like some of the Motorola phones, it doesn't work on that. So you'll have to sort of do some research based on the type of phone that you have. Once you have imported or taken your photo and you've cropped it, the editing screen will appear. You can then have fun and apply the 18 filters and other features to customize your photo. Now you have edited your photo, so you want to start sharing. First, you upload your photo to your Instagram account. Then you tap on the double bracket in the right-hand corner to get the sharing screen. You add a caption, You choose how you want to share it. Remember, in order for this to work, you would have had to link your other social media accounts to your profile, so do that in the setup process. Then you just simply hit that little green upload button, and voila. It's that simple. So now you've created your presence on Instagram and started taking and editing photos. Now let's start building audience. One of the many ways brands are building audience is through creating some fun photo contests. And I think this is a great opportunity for the design community, again, because you're in a visual business. And later on, we're actually going to be sharing some details on the launch of Capital Lighting's Instagram contest that you could participate in and win $250. So today's a payday. And lastly, to build audience, share, share, share. You want to share through your other social media. I cannot reiterate that enough. So some creative ways that you might think about using Instagram. Because of the editing features, you can show your products or your design projects in a lot of creative ways. Maybe behind the scenes or progress on a project. Also, you might consider introducing your colleagues or employees. So the most important thing is make it fun. So here's some best practices. First, an important part, integrate and share throughout your other social media channels. This is a great way to what I call cast a wider net.
Georgie, would you recommend, is there a way to default that every picture you upload to Instagram automatically goes to your other sites, or would you be selective and have that be on a picture-by-picture basis?
Well, I mean, considering you may be using Instagram for both professional and personal, you wouldn't want it to default. So you just select that at the time you upload the photos.
Good. Okay. Thanks.
You want to be consistent and have continuity. You also monitor how you're doing, and this really, I say this relative to all your social media efforts. I mean, how many are your followers growing? Really, monitor how you're doing and even set some goals for yourself. But last but not least, engage with your followers. Remember, social media is a two-way street. It's not a one-way advertisement. It's a conversation. So make sure you engage with your followers. So now I'm going to have Michelle share with all of you our Instagram makeover for our best friends at Christorama.
Okay, great. So our approach for the Instagram makeover was to work with our sponsor, Christorama, who did not previously have presence on Instagram, like many of you. We had a great opportunity with Christorama to leverage the power of pictures, as they have a massive amount of beautiful interior design images to share. And they were already using Facebook and other social media networks. So our strategy was to work with Christorama to get started on Instagram by signing up, as we've discussed, downloading the app, using their smartphone, and then we worked with them to complete their profile description and then start uploading some pictures to share. We worked with them also to start following other interior designers and relevant home decor brands on Instagram. As previously mentioned, this is a great tactic to help increase followers. So as you can see, Christorama now has a beautiful, engaging Instagram profile, which showcases a variety of pictures, including some of Christorama's product images in very nice home decor settings. We uploaded these images using relevant hashtags, and we're showing some behind-the-scenes images of Christorama employees. Also, as a result of our makeover, Christorama has made a commitment to integrate Instagram into their overall social media strategy and start sharing pictures more often, which they'll then be sharing on their Facebook page. So we invite you to follow them on Instagram.
Thank you, Michelle.
Georgie? Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
A question that came through, using hashtags, asking more information about using the hashtags. Is that something Christorama is going to be doing, or you're recommending them do as well with their images?
Yes, it is definitely something that we will, we recommend for Christorama to do, as well as everyone using Instagram. As Georgie mentioned, it's a very integral part of using Instagram, so people can search for your images and they could be categorized. And
would you, as an example, would you use hashtag Christorama when you post the image, or hashtag?
You could use, for example, lighting. You can use. The great thing about Instagram is that you can use multiple hashtags. Really, there's not the limitation like with Twitter with number of characters. So, oftentimes you'll see multiple hashtags used with one image. So home decor, lighting, whatever the product is, as well as the brand name.
Or a category like transitional lighting. Could be a style.
Yeah, or interior design, for example. Anything where, you're going to start off pretty large with the search and get more specific.
And when you do a hashtag, there's no spaces, correct?
Correct. You do the hashtag and then immediately put the word
and
right
so,
there.
Like interior design, you just write interior design, no spaces.
Correct.
Okay. So if there's still more questions about hashtags, please use that question tab, and I'll address them when they come up. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so why should you get started? Instagram has massive reach, and it is growing. It's a very important part of a successful and an overall social media strategy, and really your marketing strategy. It is very easy. It's a great way to engage with your existing or with new customers. It's free. I can't reiterate that enough. And most important, it is fun because of all the customization you can do with the photos. So now let's put some of your new Instagram knowledge into action. And the best part, you could win $250 in Christorama products, and that would be a lot of fun for the holidays. And I didn't ask Eric this, but I'm assuming I can't participate in this. Because I'd really like to have, I'd like to have $250 of Christorama products.
You can absolutely participate, and you will absolutely lose. But I can't wait to see what you put through.
So, when we talked about this contest, we really want to know how you're inspired by lighting, especially during the holidays. So we thought that this could be a really fun contest. So all you need to do is simply take a photo and tag it on Instagram with the hashtag capital illumination. And don't forget when you're taking that photo, and obviously you would have downloaded the Instagram app, that you have fun with it and use all the cool features. We're going to be emailing more details after this webinar on the contest, but you can also get more details by visiting our Instagram page. So it's instagram.com/capital lighting, or we'll also be posting the details on our Facebook page. So I am really looking forward to seeing everybody's photos and what you learned today. So I truly hope you learned something today about how you might incorporate Instagram as part of your social media, and as I mentioned earlier, really as part of your overall marketing effort. So Now we'll take some additional questions.
I have a question, and if you could give some more detail about the desktop version that has come out. Is that, I haven't used the desktop version yet, so I've only used the smartphone version, but it has an uploadability. It goes right to your like a regular Windows navigation.
Yes. So in terms of the Instagram web profile, this was, as we mentioned, a new feature that was just recently launched just last month. And really, a lot of people are comparing the web profile to much similar to the Facebook profile in terms of, it's just giving you the opportunity to interact with Instagram right there through your browser, as you mentioned, Eric. Mm-hmm. And, the web profile has some cool features in terms of, being able to to add further descriptions and search for, it's easier to search on the web, as we know, so that's one benefit of the web profile. Also, it's just more, you could see more pictures. It's more visually inspiring. When you look at it on your mobile app, oftentimes, depending on which phone you're using or what app, you only see like 3 or 4 pictures, of someone's profile at a time. So it's also, let's see, yeah, those are some of the main benefits. But it is, once you set up the account, you still have to do it on your phone app.
Oh, so you can't set it up directly online?
No, that's still just only, you have to do a download. You can go to Instagram, and once your account is set up, then you can go integrate with the web profile to make updates to your description.
Okay, but
you can't have a web-only profile.
You can't have a web-only profile. I bet that changes too.
Yes, they're talking about that. That would probably roll out.
You do have the ability to upload photos right from the desk?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
You do.
And change the filters just like you would with your smartphone. But you got to, for right now, and I'm sure if we had a Instagram 2.0 in a few months, this will be different, but right now you have to start.
The web is very limited on what we can do, basically. Many times you have to still, download the photos and send them to your phone and interact that way. So it's really, the ways to use it, as I mentioned, is it's still mostly a phone mobile app.
And can you show, just because you have your desktop up there, there's several questions more keep coming up about hashtags. There's definitely some education that we'd like to give on hashtags. Can you show on the web version right here how you would search for something utilizing a hashtag?
Eric, I'm actually having some technical difficulties. I'm not right now on. I'm not seeing any of these questions that you're mentioning. For some reason, I'm not connected to the go-to control panel.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
And that's okay. Let's ask another question. Another question came in. Is Instagram a use to retailers without a smartphone? Yeah, I guess you can use it without a smartphone. Yulia, do you want to, if I give you your screen, you have the ability to show the hashtag use? Because that would be great. I'm going to give another one of our panel here control of the screen so she can show how to utilize the hashtags. You ready for that, Yules?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And Yulia, I will say, is an Instagram super user too. So.
Julia is my marketing manager here at Capital Lighting, and now a brand new presenter.
Okay,
great.
Sorry guys, I
You're gonna
pull
it up.
Yes, I actually just uploaded a Instagram graphic for the contest, so you guys can see it on our profile, and you can see a hashtag here, capital elimination. You can't click on this because, as Georgie and Michelle explained, Instagram's web profile, they don't allow you to link hashtags yet, but when you access this in the mobile app, you'll be able to click on the hashtag and see all the entries. So when you post your own picture, you go to your profile, you upload a photo, and you put hashtag capital elimination, and then you put @capital lighting at Christorama. So just one of the examples. Another example is I can show you, for example, this picture. Vivo in Dallas. As you can see, capital lighting, we uploaded this picture, and those are all the hashtags we included. The picture depicts fans. You know, we put eye candy, we put Dallas Market Center, lighting, Dallas. Dallas Market is a trade show that we attend twice a year, so that's why we tagged it. So anything that is a keyword for the picture that's going to enhance the search and help your photo gain more audience would count as a hashtag. So just put whatever you guys want and see how many more likes you get by adding those hashtags.
So then in the search box, I guess that's on probably the homepage for Instagram, if you wanted to see something about lighting, you would just do hashtag lighting or hashtag
Yes.
home decor or hashtag bath lighting or something like that, and things would pop up.
Interior design, South Florida.
Interior design. And it doesn't matter that they're long. I guess it doesn't matter.
No, there is no limit to how long the hashtag can be. So you can. It's kind of like when you search in Google for something, the same functionality in Instagram, but it searches through the Instagram images.
Can you actually show that from your desktop? How you would do that, Yulia?
It's not applicable on a desktop yet. It's only
still
on
not
a
applicable
device.
on the desktop. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are, obviously it's a work in progress with Instagram to get the desktop functionality probably up to the point that the smartphone has.
And I think to your point, Eric, when we have our 2.0, there will be changes, but the focus of Instagram has been mobile.
Yep.
Okay.
And another question asking the difference between the @ symbol and the hashtag. The @ is a person or a business, right? @ Capital Lighting or @ Eric Liebersfeld or @ right?
Yes. Yes.
So when would they utilize the @ versus the hashtag? I guess if they wanted, it's sort of, is it tagging? Is that sort of there's the hashtag and then there's the tagging of the person or the company?
That's correct, yeah. So, I mean, if someone's in a picture, oftentimes they'll use the @ sign to tag that person or to share an image so that they're kind of alerted, that this picture was uploaded. And the hashtag is more to, as Yulia mentioned, keywords to describe the actual image, or to help categorize the image so other people can find it. That's the real benefit of using hashtags.
Couple of questions coming in also about add-ons. They realize that there's Insta-Collage and there's other things out there that you can download. I think there are also free apps, and we were talking about this yesterday because I didn't realize all the applications that are available in addition to Instagram. Can you talk to that, either Georgie, Yulia, or Michelle?
Yes, so that is a very popular kind of more advanced feature of how people are using Instagram is by integrating some of these add-ons, which are most times also apps that they download. So, oftentimes there's some apps where, for example, Hipstamatic is a very popular one where people, using iPhone will be able to kind of use a viewfinder and, use Hipstamatic, to just kind of give things a different filter, different view. There's Insta Album, Pick Frame. I mean, really, we could do, a whole second webinar on how to kind of, turbocharge your Instagram using all these different apps. And, as we mentioned, there's also different ways to use analytics and tracking with Instagram. So since 100% of the people on this call, on this webinar today, are not even using it, our intent was just to really educate and start getting people using it, using Instagram. So some of these, alternative apps can definitely be found, and we can share some more information on those on a future webinar.
Yeah, we're hoping to have a 2.0 version of most of the webinars that we've started in the past 6 months, Facebook 2.0 and an Instagram 2.0. And I think we know what we're doing next month, right, Georgie? Is it it's going to be on blogging? Blogging 1.0?
blogging, that's really best practices in blogging.
Best practices in blogging, which is a great forum for designers. Many of them have great stories to tell and are great story. They have wonderful images and great copy points for best practices for their clients. And I know many of you probably have blogs, but we're going to be talking about making them better or even getting started. I guess it's always a 1.0 is going to be talking about getting started and best practices if you're already begun. All right, I think I got everybody's question. Lots of questions about hashtags and the @ symbols.
Right.
So I appreciate that because they're confusing. They certainly are confusing sometimes. But I guess the best way to do it is just to start doing it. You know, use the hashtags, use the @, see what other people are doing, and you get up to speed pretty quickly. My daughter spends at least 2 hours a day on Instagram, so I was thrilled to do this webinar to say, what is she doing all day? And hers is a closed site, so there's, you have the ability to say that anybody could follow you, or you have to allow people to follow you. Obviously, she's a closed site, so lots of options there. Any parting thoughts, Georgie, Michelle? Now, Julia? No, I think we're great.
Thank you, everybody.
I just want to thank everybody. And lastly, as you know, our relationship with the pro community is a two-way street. Our stated mission here at Capital Lighting is to be part of a team to help make the world a brighter place. And we strive every day to add value to our pro community and deliver you relevant content. We bring you a showroom and a website, showrooms and a website that are second to none. And I invite you, I implore you to please share with me or any member of my team your thoughts or experiences with us to help make us better. We always love when we've done things well. We love to hear that. We also, it's almost more helpful for when we perhaps have even fallen short, because we certainly haven't stopped learning how to improve our business and hopefully help you improve yours. So on behalf of Big Couch Media Group and Capital Lighting, thanks for being with us today, and we'll talk again. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.